Wow, what it is, man. Welcome back to the Stick to the Code podcast. You got your boy AO here. And look, man, you already know what it is, man. This is what we stick to the code, talking tech, kicking culture. And if you're watching the video version, you already see I got a special guest with me here today. Got my girl.
Sorry, I was supposed to wait.
Y'all good. I got my girl Jade here, aka Killa. You heard me?
Hey y'all. Thanks for having me.
For sure. You know, I know you be into tech a little bit. Obviously, you be in the culture side, so I feel like, you know, it'd be a dope thing to have you come through as the first special guest coming through on this little thing here. You heard me? Hopefully we'll have some more guests in the future, but had to drop things off the right way. You know, had to pop it off the right way, kind of. You feel me? Yeah. I bet. Anything you want to rock before we go into it, or you want to just like get straight into it, like talking about everything?
I think we can just get started because I'm about this life.
Okay.
This tech life.
Okay. All right, for sure. All right, look, man. First things first, I want to just give a shout out to more of like a RIP kind of a situation to the browser that just kind of, when most people think of the internet, especially like in the back in the gap, you know what I mean, early 2000s kind of vibe, when internet first started being internet, for real, to most people, this is probably what they was using and what's in their mind. Internet Explorer, man. Microsoft just shut down support for Internet Explorer, I think like last week on like Thursday or something like that. And that's after like 27 years of the browser being out. So, you know, that was like a big thing. Like most times, like older browsers and stuff like Netscape and all that stuff, when they got closed down, it wasn't too much of a thing.
We're older than Internet Explorer.
Hey, look, we ain't talking.
Wow,
we ain't even talk about it like that. Like you bringing up irrelevant stuff.
When you said 27 years, I was like, oh no.
I mean, Internet Explorer came out in '95, so it's like, you know what I mean. Like, look, we ain't talking about how old we is. Woo! We talking about Internet Explorer. We talking about RIP to Internet Explorer. You're focusing on the wrong thing
sorry,
right now.
I got you.
But yeah,
like when them TikTokers be like, you were born 1900s. Like,
that 1900 stuff is disrespectful.
Yeah,
that's disrespectful.
I mean, but Internet Explorer used to, you know, it used to be that girl, and then next, you know, Google came and.
I mean, yeah, Chrome is what it is right now. I remember like
Jeeves came first. Ask Jeeves. You remember Ask Jeeves?
Wasn't there like a website? I think that was a website though. That wasn't like a browser. Like, okay.
No, I meant to say Firefox, which was a browser.
I mean, Firefox
my brother
still
was really hardcore on that.
Some folks be like heavy on Firefox still. Like I ain't never
Firefox
like.
Still out?
I mean, it's a big thing. Like it's a decent thing. It's
now?
Like Google Chrome is the top joint. Then you got like Apple Safari. You know, folks with iPhone automatically.
Safari is valid.
Okay, and then you got the and then I feel like it's probably like Microsoft Edge, like kind of be doing decent, but then like Firefox.
That. I don't like Edge. They have it on my old job computers.
Well, it used to be it.
And I didn't enjoy it because like can I give an example real quick?
Nah, for sure.
Like for example, like in my job you had to sign a contract, and so Microsoft Edge would open first, right? But then on the email, it would be like, you can't use Microsoft Edge. You have to go to the old Internet Explorer, which I didn't even know was on the damn computer. And so you go digging through the files to find this old Internet Explorer because you can only sign your contract on the old Internet Explorer. What's the point of Microsoft Edge if it's not gonna hold me down?
I mean, that's one of the things. Like that's one of the reasons why Internet Explorer it's been not like the Explorer people using. Like people stopped using. I mean, when I was in college, I was using Internet Explorer, but like I was seeing other people using Chrome, and I was like, why y'all using this Chrome? What is this Google Chrome stuff?
I was like, y'all are traitors.
Oh, Google Chrome. Oh, you can do different stuff. I used it one time. I was like, oh, Google Chrome got stuff I ain't never done in Explorer.
Yeah.
And like I've been Chrome since.
I'm not gonna lie. Because I was binging for a while.
Are you use that? Like
I was hardcore because they had the pretty pictures of the animals and stuff. And so I put it on the desktop, and like as soon as it opened, it had the nature and everything. Like I used to go ham, and I would open the Sims and look at my Bing. Yeah, it was a different lifestyle. But I didn't start really using Google Chrome till like I was in my mid-20s, and I realized that I've been asleep.
Yeah. So. But nah, for sure. Like that's one of them ones. But I feel like certain jobs, like pretty much I feel like businesses be like a big thing where they be still heavy on using Internet Explorer just because you can't like some of their old protocols or whatever it is. Like I know like it's my job, some of the stuff that they have, I use Internet Explorer because the way it's programmed, it run better in Internet Explorer, even though it don't have the same securities. But Microsoft trying to get everybody off of it because some of the same stuff you can do in Internet Explorer, you can do in Edge. So just like different kind of little stuff. So
is there anything that is still in Internet Explorer that you would not be able to do in the current browsers?
It's not really that it has something. It's just they built stuff for Internet Explorer, so it's just like kind of like back in the time.
So they have to kind of read.
Yeah, like so they just gotta redo their stuff, and like companies don't be feeling like updating the shit how they need to. So
Okay.
it'd be that kind of part. But like we said, man, RIP Internet Explorer. Yeah,
RIP.
Stu. Next thing we got going on right here. Something I had meant to tell y'all about last week, but shit, it was like just kind of fucked up and slipped my mind. We got Jay-Z and Jack Dorsey, who is he the CEO of Block, the company that has like Cash App. He used to be the CEO of Twitter, like he one of the founders of Twitter and stuff like that. So they got together and they didn't had a few different things because like they kind of linked up when Jack Dorsey and Block or whatever, when they bought Tidal from Jay-Z.
That's why
so like they was part of that.
I heard that name from.
So like they was together, so they had like different things. I know I seen something like they did something financially in Africa like last year, I think. And right now what they just linked up on was creating a big Bitcoin Academy in New York. Basically it's in the Marcy Housing Project, which is where Jay-Z grew up and stuff like that. So they teaching the kids over there, or like, I mean, not even just kids, they teaching like the people in that housing project things about crypto. So like you just primarily learning about how Bitcoin work, different ways to kind of actually be able to grow into Bitcoin, because like stocks is a little bit harder to get into. It's kind of easy to get into like cryptocurrency, so they teaching people that.
But I mean, I was scrolling on the Twitter and I saw some people complaining about it. So do you have to pay to participate in this?
To my understanding, they don't have to pay for it. I feel like I seen that was excuse me. That was like one of the things I seen, like people were complaining about it, but it seemed like more or less they were complaining just because right now the crypto market crazy, so it's like falling down. So it's like people who, if you into cryptocurrency, it's like, well, why you teaching people cryptocurrency when cryptocurrency ain't doing that well right now? So I feel like that was like more or less what it's on.
So like losing money that way.
Yeah, like you trying to help people who like are already financially hurting, but you bringing that. But to me, I don't feel like it's a thing. Like if you know, the more things you know, the better you off you are. So as long as they the people who teaching them or teach them in a way to where, hey, look, this is what's going on, but these are the risks that you have going with cryptocurrency. I feel like it's a good thing. Like, I mean, I get it, but people gonna hate on you regardless of whatever you do.
People gonna hate on Jay-Z, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, so like if he's trying to help somebody out, like I was like, hey, look, man, y'all can talk the shit or whatever, but these people who providing a free service to people to learn about something that they didn't have, just because you learn about Bitcoin, I mean, you gotta buy some. Yeah. They having like general, like as far as like general financing, you know, like just banks and stocks and stuff like that. Well, no, just like with the Bitcoin Academy, they're gonna teach them about that, but primarily they focusing on the crypto. It's just more like the general part of financing, but it's focused on like cryptocurrency.
Because that's what I was gonna say. Like Jay-Z's kind of thing now in his older age is kind of teaching minority communities about things they haven't taught us. And so like I thought this was dope. The only thing I was gonna say, I wish they would include the stocks and all of that other stuff, but
yeah, I feel like it's like a light joint with that. Like it's not like heavy on that, but
it should be a financial literacy. That should be literally a class in every grade in high school, because realistically, you know, we don't know none of this stuff. We don't know how to have generational wealth. Like, I don't know anything about Bitcoin except they said it was a scam. Is it a scam? It's still here. Maybe it's not a scam. Should I get it? Who knows? You know what I mean? That's like I wish, like if Jay-Z had a YouTube channel teaching us financial literacy, I'd probably watch it.
$1 billion. He ain't got time for all
I mean,
that.
I'm just saying, I'd watch it.
I mean, because he ain't the one who running it. Like, it's like the people who in the Bitcoin world, like who, like, so they got like different people who are people of color who have like become, some of them like, become billionaires off of cryptocurrency. So like, and we should be one. Learn more. But I ain't gonna lie, I got a little bit of Bitcoin, but I ain't finna start like I know enough about it to be like bringing in bank like that. But yeah, man, like I said, I just want to bring that back up, like a shout out to them, because
that's dope.
I feel like that's dope what they had going on.
I agree. Like teaching people who would normally not have access to that kind of knowledge, I think is really dope.
So yeah, man. Shout out Jay-Z. Shout out Jack Dorsey. Y'all doing dope things right there, man.
Jay.
Keep on. Stove. And let's switch it over to Google. I always got something to talk about with Google, man.
Because you're a Google hater.
Man, whatever. You already know, man. Everything I got Google.
This podcast should be named "The Shit Google Did Today."
Alright, look, man, I ain't hating on Google. I just be trying to acknowledge what I feel
That
about
they
what they
be
have going.
fumbling the
They
bag.
be messing up, but I got
Like,
Google stuff. Like
most
everything I have.
fumbles ever.
I hear you, but man.
Like, name anything, and I can tell you how they fumbled it.
I'm not finna hate on Google with you.
You do. What episode is 7? Go back and watch the last 6 episodes.
Like I said,
Every single episode. What did Google do today?
I mean, I just talk about a company. It's a company that I care about. I got a Pixel phone right now, man. I just got like opinions and different stuff with it. So I just talk about how I feel.
Check out at Whole Foods.
Whatever.
Ooh,
I ain't even hear what you said. But
and you still can't check out at Whole Foods. Oh wait, no. No, sorry.
We just gonna let this slide. Hey, run your mic down a little bit. Might be a little high. I pull it down a little bit. Yeah.
Why you want to look at my bosom?
Okay.
Oh, are you not cutting that out?
Nah, I wasn't planning to. But yeah, I wild and shit. I look, but yeah, so man, like what you got with Google right now is they got a situation with something to me that's like mad dope because I'm a Google Maps user. Is they announced pretty much using Google Maps with it. Is they've introduced to where they'll show you how much they can give you an estimate of what you may spend on tolls with it. So to me, that's like real dope because I ain't a heavy, you already know, I don't be too heavy with using tolls. I use it when I need to, but I feel like most people, you might use a toll, but you don't really know how much money you finna spend on them tolls. You like, all right, I might take a few tolls, but it's a different mindset when it's like, all right, bet it's gonna save me like 7 minutes. Is that worth it? 10 minutes? I feel worth it. Then you see that price, how you gonna say? $3, $4, $7 in tolls.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. It's worth it. $7 in tolls, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. As someone who's a toll user and abuser, it's easy to just like have the easy tag and forget that you passing and each one of these costs. Like, I'm not calculating this in my mind. That's say $1.50. That's say $3.20. Who knows? But today, like seeing that I can save 11 minutes and spend $5.90. Or I could go ahead and keep 7 minutes and keep my $5.90, which is almost the price of gas. It changed things for me. I'll write Google a positive review for that one. I'm not gonna lie, because that was, and I don't use. I don't know if. Do you know if Apple Maps does it?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, it's something that Google just rolled out. Like, so I feel like it's just like a new thing.
Google usually steal from Safari.
Okay, but yeah, you already know. Like, so like they just like sliding that out. Like I said, I feel like it's a cool thing. It's at about like 2,000 roads as far as places they got it on right now. So it's for
it's
like
not everywhere yet.
Not everywhere. Like, so it's in the U.S., Japan, India, and Indonesia. So those are the 4 countries that they got it in right now. Whatever, man. Look, hey, I don't say Indonesia too often. It ain't too many reasons in my life that Indonesia comes up as a word to say. So Indonesia.
Sorry.
But yeah, though. So like those 4 countries, they supposed to have it rolling out. Like, I was wondering when I seen it if it was gonna be out here like that. But you know, like today checking into it, seeing that in Houston that we got it. So I'm pretty sure like New York, Cali, big areas like that.
The U.S. Where?
Japan, India, and Indonesia.
Why did they have like a reason for choosing?
I mean, you know, like those, you just kind of got to get the information. So it's an estimate. So, you know, it ain't exact on it what you're getting, but it's like just around about
I didn't even know they had tolls in Indonesia.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. On the cool, when I seen some of that, I was like, I ain't know that was an everywhere kind of thing, having toll roads. But I mean, somebody gotta pay for the road somewhere. So, you know, there's little extra ways to get your money.
In India, though, and cut this if necessary, but in India though, like I was watching a documentary and they're still like,
it ain't on all the roads. It's on like some areas, like,
but
you know,
like
where I
they're
come from.
riding in carts and horses.
I don't know about carts and horses, but that was your documentary. Where I come from, you can't have no toll road at. Like, where I was born in Louisiana, where I'm from, you can't have a toll road. India got big areas though. So when you look at big cities like Mumbai and different areas like that, the super developed areas, but then you got your country.
Mumbai's not even in India. That would be crazy. I hope that's. I secretly hope it's.
But it'd be crazy that you're wrong. I'm not finna do this with y'all. Like, my bad, y'all. She giving me sidetrack right now.
But no, I'm just saying, like, in India, like, I mean, it's a highly like you told me, it's a highly populated place.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had highways. Or is the tolls, like, with the horses? Like,
it's
I'm
in the
not
area.
being dramatic.
It's in the regular areas. So if you in the area.
So are they driving cars or horses?
They got cars in India. They have billionaires in India. They have a lot of
billionaires, but
it's in the areas. If it, in a big, they got cities like Houston and New York. They got like super
I want you to
big
like post a picture so when we watch it back of what a tollway looks like in India, because I've never.
Right. You gonna have an Indian still off on you in traffic while you over here talking all that shit about what India got. You over here wilding.
I mean, no offense. I'm just surprised. I was watching a documentary. I'll find the name for you. And there were horses and carts.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they got areas like that. I mean, every place got areas like that. Like,
no, Egypt.
Just stop it.
Cut this part.
All right. No, I'm not cutting none of the parts.
No, you gotta know how to cut it. You ain't finna play me out here in these streets.
You gonna just catch that. All right, look, we going on to the next bit of Google news. This is one I know you had tried to tell me about. You seen. So Google, another thing they have going on is they have engineer named Blake Lemoine who looking into it. Because I seen the last name Lemoine, I was like, that sound like a French kind of name or something like that. Gave me them vibes. And looking into it, he from Louisiana. Yeah. So like he from Louisiana, and also looking into it, he like grew up Christian. He a priest, matter of fact. So like he like in some he a priest.
Oh wow!
Like I don't know exactly like what extent of it, but like he's religious, like for real.
He a priest and work for Google.
Yeah, so like I mean, you know, it's like you can he's like you've been sworn in as a priest.
24 hours there.
But yeah, so like when I seen that, I was like, I bet, because you know normally in like when you get the tech world, scientists typically aren't too religious. It's like a bit more Big Bang Theory, less.
Yeah,
God
I don't
theory.
find that a lot with the like computer tech, kind of more like deep scientists, physicists and things like that. They seem to be more like that. Sometimes, a lot of times with the techies like myself, you know, you can still have your Christian roots.
Yeah. I mean, no, like I said, it's definitely out there, but it's just more common. So, like the thing was with him. So what he published a paper about was saying that LaMDA, which is one of the Google AI programs, he felt like it was sentient, which pretty much means that it was self-aware. It thought of itself kind of almost as a person, as a being or something like that. And to me, it was like interesting. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like when I first read about it, I was like, man, I told y'all, man, y'all with these goddamn computers finna take over the world. iRobot, Terminator. Like how many movies do y'all need to see y'all don't need to let these computers do too much? That's like legit what be going on in my mind. I'm like, man, you can't let these computers go wild like that. Like, man, you let these computers start feeling like they a person, we dead. We dead. We done. We dead. You can't beat no robot. You can't beat no robot.
I sure can't.
So like that's just my instant thought. What you think about it? Like in general, like the idea what it's talking about.
I mean, you stole my joke, so I don't. He stole my joke, so.
Okay, yeah, that's how that happened. But
but like realistically, iRobot's real. You know, obviously not real. Shout out to Will Smith, but you know, I don't know any kind of martial arts, and I've been to the range like a couple times. Like, I don't think I'd win. Like, I need like practice before we start letting them have feelings. Like, even her was wild. Have you seen her?
I ain't seen her. Like, it's one of the joints I wanted to say. I seen it had like good reviews, but I just never like had the time.
It wasn't like wild, like kill him, but like the way the feelings thing, it was just like,
yeah.
Like.
I mean, you know, cause that like came out like right when Siri was first popping out. Like, so when it was first like a thing, they had like
I know, it scared
vocal
me
assistance.
From Siri for a little while. Like I was like, you know, I like a good relationship. I was lonely too, but like,
Yeah. I might watch it one day, but yeah. So like, pretty much the thing is with that one, like I went back and looked into it, like the paper that he actually wrote. It had moments. It depends on what you read as far as like it feeling like, oh yeah, sentient. It feel like a well, but at the same time, some of the questions he had were very much so questions that were kind of leaning toward that path. And then some of how he listed it, his sentences were edited, but anything that the computer said back was just straight up. But like I said, to me,
like you wanna,
I get it.
I mean, sorry to cut you off, but if I'm making a program, I'm gonna ask it some shit to see. Like I gotta check, like. Hey, can you open this document? That's casual. But I'm also going to throw in there, hey, how you feeling today? And if that hoe say something crazy like, I'm feeling somber, I need to cut this program. Snip, snip, done. We're over.
I mean, well, I feel what you're saying, but like the program that they working on is kind of one that's meant to be a lot more replicated.
Oh, they dumb in the beginning.
Not to like have his own brain or something, but to like have a lot more casual conversations. Because you know, a lot of times when you talk to a computer or AI or something, you feel like you got to phrase it the right way because it doesn't have everyday conversation. It doesn't have like it don't talk like it's not gonna say I bet. It's not gonna say cool. It's not gonna say things like that. So what they're working on is having it to where it have a lot more.
I don't want to nigga Siri. I want to just talk to Siri. I want her to look up. Oh, I can't say nigga. I'm sorry. Bleep it. Just bleep it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, you straight.
That's it.
Nah, you straight. Nah, though. I mean, shit, you already know I talk, yeah. But look, so with that, like I said, pretty much the thing is, I feel like it's dope. But what he put out was just like, because I didn't see Google I/O when they talk about LaMDA and all that stuff. You know, I use Google Assistant on my phone or whatever. We got Google Assistant around the house. But to me, what he published, I get why to publish it, why to like put that out there, because his thing was like, hey, look, bet I'm finna tell everybody about this. Google don't want to tell anybody about it. I'm gonna tell folks about it. It seemed like something to me, but at the same time, it was like, I don't think it's as deep as how he was kind of presented to be.
Now. You don't think it's as deep now. Did you watch iRobot? Because they didn't think it was that deep. Next you know, he dead.
I mean, yeah.
And everyone's dying. They blocking the people in cages, the robots and taking over the world. It didn't start as that deep. I'm serious. You think I'm kidding. I'm serious as hell.
Wildin'. But yeah.
I believe.
I feel you.
Mermaids, aliens, technology, all of that.
This is not a conspiracy theory show, and I'm not going to let you take it that way.
I'm just saying.
But yeah.
You got to accept. It's like, for example, can I give an example? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's your show. It's like, for example, when they be testing all the monkeys and animals and shit and giving them diseases and shit and wondering why everybody's sick. Next you know, we got the Papillopoulos disease and everybody down for the count. That shit real. There are real scientists doing real shit in real places in secret. And then they have the companies like cloning. That's a real fucking thing.
I mean, but it's a thing. Like I said, that's all different levels of stuff.
They're hiding it. They're hiding. They've already started.
Hold on. I'm not finna go down this rabbit hole with your ass. I'm not finna go down a rabbit hole with your ass.
I'm just saying. So it's good that he said something because now we're going to have proof that in 2022, this man told us, hey, Google hiding this shit. So in 2032, when they got him walking down the street, they already got the little cars that drive themselves, and that's crazy. They're not in accidents.
You just feel like anti on the pushing part.
I'm all for tech.
Like, don't get me like I said, to me the sentient thing is cool, like what he putting out. Because I feel like it's good to have him put it out. He's actually right now on paid leave because with them, Google felt like he broke confidentiality agreement. So like, cause he put it out there like that. Like he didn't just have it. He reported it to his bosses.
Trying to save the world.
They ain't really respond and stuff like talking about. So I feel like it's good that he said that, but also his way about going about it. Hey, how you know? I know one thing on like the flip side of it, like. Feeling like maybe he overreacting because that's some people feel like, hey, maybe he tripping. Like it's not as much as it is. And I ain't gonna lie, to me, when I read it, I didn't feel like it was as deep as he made it seem like. But so Timid, I'm sorry if I say her name wrong. It's Timid Gibru, but she was a AI ethics person. It's a black woman who worked at Google. She was it last year, the year before, actually got fired from Google. I think they tried to report it as she left, but I think she actually got fired. But so pretty much like her reporting things on like the biases of the AI systems and the fact, and that's something that we more or less really deal with because this program that he dealing with, this ain't something that regular people have access to. The AIs, as far as like whatever systems they have, those apply to us right now. And like she kind of got let go, and she was kind of more or less speaking about this sentient thing. All right, that's a thing, but it's not really. She like it's not really what he's saying. What's really more important is the sexual, the racial biases, different things like that the AI currently have, so that where
it's all important.
It's all important, but like what she was getting into is the thing he's talking about is not a current issue, and like right now talking about that, and when it comes to AI, kind of distracting people from what's really important, like what's right now actually bothering people. So while you worrying about this thing 20 years from now, right now, that's like when you actually talking about. Oh, people gonna be hungry in 100 years. People hungry right now. Can you fix today's problem instead of trying to you fix tomorrow? But if you can't fix today, you can't really worry about tomorrow. So I kind of feel it with that. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely about that. Hey, watch these computers.
I get it.
But also, you gotta.
I just feel like we should just fix all of it.
I feel you with that. But you can only do so much.
Love.
Staying on Google Vibe. Like I said, there's a lot going on with Google. I'm gonna try to hit on it too much, so not be on it too long. This is something I just read about like a little bit beforehand. Google had a religious cult. They have a cult situation in there. I don't know exactly the levels of it. It's a religious thing. Like you kind of got a lot of religious beliefs. I didn't check too much into the full beliefs on it, but it's called Fellowship of Friends. And
I'm sorry. All right, just to make sure, because sometimes I get confused. Are you saying that Google has a cult?
Like okay. So how I read it, it is a religious cult. I don't know if cult. It's not in Google. Well, it's people who work in Google, but they are a part of this cult.
Oh, so it's a Google?
No, it's not a Google branded thing or something like that. So it's like you got a cult. It's called Fellowship of Friends, and it's in some city like Oregon Hills or something like. I don't remember the exact name, but some city in Oregon, California. And pretty much what it is you got people who work there and they got like different beliefs or whatever. But the thing is that it's in one of their departments. It's the Google Development Studio. So the people who work in there, it seemed like a dude who was a contractor got hired to work in there, but that cult, the Fellowship of Friends, pretty much run that department. And so like the people at the head, like and a lot of people in the system are like in that same thing. So it's kind of like, hey, you kind of running with these beliefs and kind of situation.
This is like the Illuminati.
I don't know, like talking about, but pretty much he was like trying to call him out on that, and he wound up getting fired from that. And so he was like blaming, like, I got fired because of that situation, because like he called out the cult. So
I watched enough Netflix documentaries to know that the word cult is never good.
I mean, for sure, it's a bad thing. Like whenever I don't even know if it's a cult for sure like that, but my bad. But yeah, like I feel like that's just a situation with it. Like I don't know, it's crazy to me. I know I looked into it. It's a Spotify podcast. I don't know if they still running episodes on it, but like a Spotify original type podcast called Revelations that was talking about like the dark side of the cult that we're talking about. So
of the Google one?
Like I said, it's not a Google cult, but it's the people who working in Google. So I mean, like I said,
Google cult.
Yeah. So like I said,
that's watch that. I'm not gonna listen to that.
Yeah, man, that's something to definitely check out. So man, like you gotta watch some kind of things there. And last thing on the side of Google, like I said, another thing just checked into is that we have lawmakers are asking for Google to kind of prioritize on your search results if you're looking for an abortion clinic, to where it doesn't have as many fake abortion clinics showing up. So where you have like, what is it? Like, like in some states, like we in Texas, and where I don't know exactly what the situation is, but I think abortion has been made illegal. Even if you help somebody get to an abortion clinic, you can kind of be like held liable for something. So with that, it's kind of having like some Democrats who are kind of pushing for Google to kind of make sure when you search for the abortion clinic, you don't get the fake abortion clinics. Because it was like 11% of the ones that people get pulled up when they look on Google search or like the anti-abortion clinics. It's not like people to help you or something like that.
I mean, it would be great if somehow they can make some kind of programming to where when someone is searching for that, it like takes them to a private browser, because if you even looking up abortion clinics, they can track you and you can be reprimanded for that. Like people are spending time in jail. Like they want women to carry children that are stillborn, or they want women to carry a child that's literally going to kill them. And I'm not for or against abortion, it's to each its own, but in some situations, like that's just not anybody else's decision. And so the fact that y'all are putting real people in jail is crazy. Like you find out your child's dead at 16 weeks and they want you to carry it to term 40 weeks. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like that's insane. And they have actual people who's already been arrested, even if you leave the state. So like all of that they can track. So it'd be great if they had like a program to where if you type in abortions near me, it would automatically pop up a private browser or some kind of encryption to where it would protect your searching history as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things also on there that they wanted people to kind of like Google to like watch the tracking of location on there, like stop tracking people's location, because obviously with that people can use that like, oh, you trying to go here, we got your location to be able to pull it up. So I don't know. Like I feel like it's definitely a thing. You know, like California, like that more openness is a big thing. So I feel like Google would be the company that would be open and trying to do that thing to like actually limit how many anti-abortion clinics show up. Because like I said, it's 11% when you search for Google, like when you're just searching for words, but it's 37% when you look on Google Maps. Yeah. So if you're looking on the map and you typed in abortion clinics, you actually 37% of the ones you're seeing are probably going to be people who you go to and they're like trying to convince you not to get an abortion. And
it can become a very dangerous situation. Also, when in regards to the tracking thing, once you've turned that on, you kind of don't even remember. Like you just saying that reminded me like, oh yeah, Google does know exactly where I am a lot of the times. Yeah. So I'm typing that in the need, you know, in emotional need and emotional state, I might not remember, hey, my location's on. So it'd be great if Google... It would just be great if Google kind of jumped on that.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, that's something that's recently like they putting out there, hoping that they can catch on with. We just see how it goes. So I hope the best with that because, you know, like, hey, look, man, woman's right to their body. Like, it's crazy like how often it is. Like, you know, they got the Roe versus Wade shit trying to be overturned. So
I know.
I hope the best with that. Moving on with companies, we offer Google no like I said, Google had a lot going on this past week I wanted to hit y'all with, so that's everything Google. I ain't gonna hit on Google no more this week. Like I said, they had some goods and some bad, so you know, Maps shit was cool, but the rest of that shit was a little bit y'all get it together. Instagram, light little thing they got is Instagram introducing nudges, which is more or less like a thing for like pretty much for teens. So that where if you own Instagram and you kind of like spending too much time looking at one particular subject, so where Instagram will kind of give you a notification, hey, look, you might want to go check out something else. And I feel like that's like, I don't know, in my mind, the skeptic in my mind is always like, man, them kids ain't gonna care when that notification come. But at the same time, they numbers and they reviews from what they had from it look like kids actually responded well to it. So like,
is it just one subject or the whole Instagram in general?
It's Instagram in general. So like if you, especially like if you're on the Explore page or something, like you go into Explore, you searching for stuff and you kind of looking up the same things and like you look at something, then you go look at something else for that, then something else for that. So you just kind of like diving into that rabbit hole or something.
And like a little box will pop up or something?
I'm thinking so. Like they're gonna probably give you like some type of notification like, hey, you might want to go check out something else. And I think with that, it'll also give you like suggestions on some other things to go check out.
But within the same app?
Yeah, it's still saying within Instagram, but like so that you're not like searching into the same thing. So like you have a child who like looking into too much, like you looking into too much swimsuit or something like that, or you looking into something like body shame and just regard. I can't even think. I ain't a teen, so I don't know what they looking at. But like if they just spending too much time on one subject, whether good or bad, because you know too much delving into something could be bad for you. Regardless, even if it's a good thing, it can start getting bad. So with the nudges thing, they kind of like pushing you away from that. And the other thing Instagram introduced as well. I think they already have it where kids can get access. Well, so like the parent controls, like a parent can request access to the child's controls so they can kind of like limit what the child watch on Instagram. So
I think for a certain age, that's great. For another age, it's not as great. I don't know. I mean,
they gotta approve it. Like both sides gotta approve it. So like you requested, like if a parent requests, like you 18
why would
or something.
A child approve that?
Because you my child and I told you to approve it. So I mean.
I'm just saying, I like what TikTok does better, which is like the little video pops up and say, hey, you've been scrolling on here a long time. Why don't you go and eat? Take a nap. Take a sleep. Like, I like that. Like, it always gets me.
That just means you're on the apps too much. I've never seen it on my own junk, but I feel you. Like I said, but I mean, it's like I say, it's good that companies doing little things to kind of make moves. So
I think because they're just telling them to do something else on their app, it's not really doing much for me because
they got stuff. Well, that's just what I'm talking about. Like they also introduce things to where it's like if you spending too much time on Instagram in general, just kind of having little things to where they kind of recommend you like, hey, you've been on Instagram a lot, you might want to take a break on Instagram. So they also have things like that as well. But the nudges is like a thing to like where you on it to kind of get you from dwelling on the subject. Yeah, so you know, like especially like with some of the things that are happening in society recently, like kids might start diving too much in the same thing and like you just seeing all bad information. So
that's true.
That's cool. Another company who I like-ish some of their products. Like I only like bought one product with Sonos. Like remember when I had them Sonos speakers?
Oh, they're nice.
But like so Sonos had a situation which I ain't gonna lie, I really wish I was in it because it's been a slight little come up. So Sonos had a situation to where customers who ordered speakers from them, they were sending them more than they ordered and charging them for them. So like you might have ordered one speaker and they sent you 2, or they sent you 3 speakers.
And charged me?
Yeah. So like the thing is they had, like I said, they had a big situation with that. And with that, Sonos had to, initially Sonos was like sending out to customers, hey, look, sorry, we had an issue with our systems. You guys sent too many products. And so initially they were like telling customers, look, you got 10 days to send it back to us. We're going to refund you the product, but you got to send us the thing back. That was the initial thing. One of the things with that is looking into it with the SttC laws, which I'm happy I seen that just in general, just to know that if you order something from a company, if they send you something you did not order, you do not have to pay for it. Like, so regardless of what happened, a company cannot charge you for something that you did not order. So if a company accidentally send you something, they cannot make you pay for that.
All companies?
That's any company. That's any company, anything. If somebody send you something that you didn't order, they cannot make you pay for that. Also, if a company send you something that you did not order, you do not have to return it. They cannot, like by law, they cannot make you return a product. Like, like, oh, if you don't return it, we're going to charge. They cannot make you do that. It is considered a free gift if a company sent, like this, I looked it up, like it's considered a free gift if a company sent, like if they accidentally send you a product, that's considered a free gift. They cannot charge you for it. They cannot make you send it back. So that's like one that, that ain't something you just over here looking like, I can't wait to get something.
Because they don't do it often, but like I ordered stuff from Old Navy and they sent me like this shirt and I was looking through my stuff and I was like, man, am I stealing if I keep it? It's not stealing.
You got to go out of your way.
I kept it. That's what I'm glad.
A lot of companies, a lot of times, especially if it's like smaller stuff, they'll like kind of lean toward like, I bet you don't gotta send it back, like, cause I
didn't even ask.
Yeah, but like I know, like I had that happen a couple of times, like getting a product, or if like something come in wrong, they'll just be like, all right, look, we're gonna resend another one. You can just keep the one you already got, cause especially if it's a small product, the cost of trying to ship it back ain't even worth it for some of them companies. But like I said, with that, these Sonos speakers, and Sonos is not a cheap company. It's not a cheap brand. Them speakers are expensive.
Right.
They had, some of the people got as much as 5 and 6 products sent to many. One person, which I think probably is the most extreme one, at least the most extreme one they got reported. This man ordered like a lot of stuff from Sonos, so he probably spent like well over $1,000 in products that he ordered for himself. But every product that he ordered, Sonos sent him 6 extra ones of. And like one, just in general, that extra charge, like you need to make sure I can even afford these extra charges I hitting on them.
Rejected that one.
But like, so they sent him.
Can you imagine Capital One like, did you approve this purchase? No,
what you don't. No, that ain't. It say none of that. But so like, bro, he used a discount, so it wasn't the amount he got charged for. But basically, they sent him $15,000 worth of extra products, like just extra products that they sent him. Like that's the value to this one person. This is because like he ordered like 5, 6 different things, and they sent him 6 of everything he ordered. So just not the stuff he paid for, $15,000 in extra product.
I would cry.
But I mean, like I said, the thing they gotta refund him that money, and he does not have to send that back to them.
And you shouldn't, sir. You should not. You should. You should sell it.
But I mean that's
Facebook
the mindset.
Marketplace.
That's the mindset. But like he really really they kind of was giving him some hassle on trying to return it. So it was like, because initially they were saying you had to return the stuff, but now they didn't kind of like, I think kind of like some companies reported on it, and it was like, nah, FTC law, what y'all telling these customers is illegal. And like when you got the people you calling in, they don't know that.
TikTok clip, like, so everybody know, because I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that
so
was
like
a good one.
So like that's just the thing with it. Like, so they talking about that as far as like customers. Like I said, the FTC law thing is a big thing. So like they wind up putting out an announcement, hey, look, customers, y'all don't have to send this back because we gotta say this. And I mean,
because they can sue them, right?
Yeah, I mean, because if a company try to force you to pay for something, like you can be sued for that.
Okay.
Now that obviously they fucked up in a situation where you didn't send somebody, one person, $15,000 in just extra products. It's like, Sonos is a company doing good, but they ain't Apple or nothing like that. So yeah, like that's a real fuck up for Sonos right there. And he the dude with that one, it was like so much damn product. Like that's $15,000 in product. He stayed in an apartment, So he like he leaving some of the shit in the hallway because it's like he don't got enough room in his apartment to just keep all that shit in there. So it's just like and they sent like a UPS worker to pick it up, but the person thought it was one box. So instead of grabbing everything, they grabbed one box and left. So it's just like I don't know, man.
When the Lord tells you to keep something, you should keep it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd have sold all that shit back. Like I'd have took that as a nice little
there's a lot of if you tried 5 times to return something and it's still there, the Lord wants you to keep it. Be blessed and multiply.
I hear you, but yeah, so like that's just a crazy situation with that one. Another person who always got a crazy situation and some shit going on. Elon Musk.
Oh,
he got so Elon Musk wound up having like a Twitter town hall. So obviously trying to buy Twitter, but so with that they had him come in with like the situation on Twitter and them having like that's just something the companies do a lot of time. They have like a town hall, like a Q&A between like management and employees, just kind of like get a more open conversation. And with him coming in, like it was a like
this wasn't on Twitter. This was
no. This is for like this internal. This internal.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it's like him and customers. I think it was like he was doing like a virtual joint or whatever. But so with it, he wound up talking to them, answering some questions, and pretty much the kind of vibe from what I got from it, looking into it, is that employees was like, I bet he is invested in this, but at the same time, he kind of got some half-baked type ideas. It's like, oh, we gonna do this, but he didn't have like a full plan on how it's happening. But also checking into it, it seemed like that's kind of how he run his companies in general. And it sounds like, hey, what the fuck? Why we want to trust this person? But this is the same person who all these companies that he run are billion-dollar brands that are doing well. Like when you look at Tesla, SpaceX, these are companies in their respective category. They were some of the top brands. So
that's true.
It when I read it initially, it's like he probably saying too much, but then at the same time, maybe maybe it might work out. So I don't know. It's just like got the employees who just ain't rocking with it too much. But he also causing like a lot of trouble. I ain't gonna say trouble like that. It is trouble, but
he said he
causes a lot of attention.
Back in Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he just bring a lot of attention. Like
I get being
attention.
Concerned.
Yeah, so that's the part with that. Another big part with him is SpaceX. Like I just spoke on SpaceX. What, you don't like SpaceX or something?
Don't get me started.
You ain't got that much to talk about with SpaceX.
I do.
Oh, we talking about the
not even going into space. You're barely like touching it.
No, they
and it looks
SpaceX
like a giant
going to space.
penis.
SpaceX, you switching up. This Blue Origin.
Oh, that's not SpaceX?
Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry, SpaceX.
But yeah, so like SpaceX having a joint.
Who's
to
Blue Origin?
That's Jeff Bezos.
Oh, that's why I look like a penis, because he just got a divorce.
I guess I don't know. Maybe.
Sorry, pivot.
But yeah. So with SpaceX again, you got him talking about that. So SpaceX is the same company. That's where the allegation, the sexual allegation he has. Oh yeah. That's based on that, like from the flight with that. It was a SpaceX related flight. I mean, he ran it. It still was just a flight. Like she wasn't a SpaceX worker, but so the woman who was the lawsuit was supposed to be against wasn't a SpaceX worker. It was a flight attendant for just like a private flight company.
So that makes it better?
No, I'm just saying like it's not directly to SpaceX. So it's just him in general. So
doesn't he own SpaceX?
He's the CEO of the company.
Okay.
So pretty much the thing is the employees at SpaceX are feeling, or at least some of the employees at least, and it seems like probably a decent amount of them, like kind of like, hey, look, Elon Musk bringing us a lot of attention. He's talking a lot of shit. It really ain't what we wanted to be. So they kind of penned a letter to like the management of SpaceX, like, hey, look, y'all need to condemn this shit he doing because he bringing bad attention to the company. People not going to want to work for us. Companies not going to want to get us deals because SpaceX do a lot of deals with the government. They dealing with NASA. They get $1 billion government contracts. So you got Elon Musk having sexual allegations. That ain't really what you want on a brand like that. That ain't the same as a car company. That's
the government doing shady shit too.
I mean, yeah, but like everything like when you a company like SpaceX, all your money, you ain't getting money from like people. Like you might have a few private flights. Matter of fact, they not even doing private flights. So all their money is coming from the government. So you can't be fucking up that kind of shit.
I mean, I believe it. I mean, I think they should definitely, they're not going to contain or can contain Elon Musk, but I wouldn't work for someone who has a sexual allegation.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like, I be in that same joint. Like, I feel you on what you're saying. Like, for me, I'm gonna be more like if I see something to where I feel like I bet on that, like, even if it's like going through the process, I'm like, nah, I believe that, and I'm gonna step off, like, cool, I gotta make the decision. But like, I am a believer in not condemning somebody till it's been proven. Now, he be wilding in general, but I don't feel like a case of somebody put an allegation out.
If
like,
it was just the allegation,
like
that'd be different. But everything along with the allegation, I know for my own job security, my own future, I would step back from the company because it just all seems problematic as fuck.
Oh, I mean, it's a lot of shit going on. Like I say, it's profitable companies, but he have a lot of shit going on. But so pretty much they had that, they announced that, and because SpaceX has a no asshole policy, but obviously the sense is like, so what is the employees like, what does that mean? And so Elon and pretty much talking all that shit, and the president or CEO of SpaceX, the next day after they penned that, because it was like an open letter within the company, they just kind of made an announcement to the rest of the employees, and they fired a few of them. But looking into it, it's possible, like some lawyers kind of saying the way that they fired them and what they fired them for can be a lawsuit, because it's like you can't fire employees because they're
freedom of speech.
Just kind of like telling you like how we feel about management. It ain't like we complain about the job in general, just saying like, hey, y'all need to condemn what he's doing because he's problematic for the company. So that's a situation that they got going with SpaceX. So it's a crazy situation. It's a lot going on right there. Like ain't no telling. It's like ain't no telling when that's going in.
No telling.
But man, let me get off Elon and all this other shit, because we finna shift from technology. I know we've been running for a little minute, but look, man, we still got culture coming up, because we talk tech, kick culture.
Yeah.
And this something that I really should have led the whole episode off with is the day we recording this right now is Juneteenth.
June motherfucking teenth.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And if you don't know, man, look, Juneteenth, emancipation, when all slaves, was the day when the last bit of slaves in America got freed and found out about the information. Because, you know, it ain't like today.
Free. They been free.
Yeah.
It's just, you know.
It wasn't no internet.
People ain't shit.
They couldn't find out on the gram or no Twitter or nothing like that. So, June 19, 1865. And what's dope is that last year is when with Joe Biden and everything, they ratified it as a federal holiday. So, I mean, that's dope. You feel me? For sure. So, like, man, look, shout out Juneteenth. Look, I ain't gonna lie, for me personally, like, everybody do y'all own thing. Juneteenth, to me, given the color of my skin, mean more to me than July 4th. Because
it is our holiday. It's our emancipation.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if you in a country where you ain't being treated the same, that first day was like cool for the country as a whole. But if I look like myself back then, don't nothing count until the day when looking like me, I'm free.
Juneteenth,
like, we free. The country was
count.
free from Britain, but when I was free from the country is when, you know what I mean? So, like, man, like, shout out Juneteenth. Look,
shout out to Juneteenth. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven.
We gonna keep on moving past that shit right there. But yeah, man, look. So that's Juneteenth.
Turn up, celebrate, appreciate, thank God that we are free. Free at last. Free at last.
Another thing, speaking on Juneteenth, a whole lot of people who are a sport that is filled with black folks. we got NBA, man. NBA finals just wrapped up. Yeah, man. Shout out to them Golden State Warriors, man. Yo ass turned into a Golden State fan watching the finals.
I'm a fan.
But yeah, man, they closed out the series out in Boston 4-2. Man, hey, something I had, like, them last two games, I didn't get a chance to watch the first few NBA finals, and them last two, though, like, man, they turned
fire.
Yeah, man, for real. Like, Steph had that game. Shit, first time not making a three in game 5. Was it 5? Yeah, game 5. Like, first time not making any three. That boy Steph was still playing, but he was not hot at all. What was crazy to me, like, in game 5, I had peeped out how he switched into them purple shoes, because it was like a reporter or whatever who was like, hey, did you notice that in the purple shoes you undefeated? You like 3-0 or something in the purple shoes? He was like, oh, bet. I mean, all right, I don't know if I'm going to run with that now. Is it mess up the superstition?
But he wore the purple shoes all through game 6.
Oh, yeah, he wore it the whole game 6, and he switched into them in game 5.
Fire. On fire. He was on fire.
Oh my, he's on fire.
I mean,
But,
fire. Sorry. I mean, I'm a football fan, but I think I might start watching basketball. That was good. I liked it.
Yeah, man. He did his thing.
Wiggins. Sorry. Okay.
Wildin'. But for sure, man. He definitely did his thing. I mean, the team. Hey, boy. Andre put up like big points on that, but not Andre. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought
Draymond.
he didn't play.
Like, Andre. Draymond. Man, Draymond was dishing, stealing, blocking. That boy was everywhere in Game 6. Wilding for real.
He was not playing. And Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins for sure turned up in the series for sure. Mm-hmm. Like I know Game 5, he one of the ones who definitely closed that joint out. So that was a good ass series, man. Shout out to Golden State Warriors. Shout out to the Boston Celtics too. I mean, you know, y'all did y'all thing.
I did feel bad for them.
Because I mean, it was a good game. Like to say, I ain't see the first ones, but them last two definitely had some back and forth. Because you had like Game 6. Boston looked like, okay, they could have kept that first bit of momentum.
I honestly thought they were going to 7. I honestly thought they were going to push it going to 7. Then next, you know, like around second quarter, it was just like, oh, it's on. Yeah. I'm sorry. I can still feel the adrenaline.
But yeah, man, yeah, for sure, man. That's a dope ass win. Like this ain't a sports podcast, but shout out to the Warriors, man, for sure that. Hopefully next year my Charlotte Hornets can do something. I
bet maybe if y'all weren't passing out little pins that say I actually can't cook, then maybe your team might have won.
That's something they did?
Absolutely.
I don't even know why you paying attention. Whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with that.
They weren't. They were focused on the wrong thing.
You focusing on the wrong thing, man. Look,
Steph.
We're wilding, man. Let's go ahead and shift over to the music side because we got a few things happening with music. I want to talk about, you know what I mean, you fucking with.
A lot of things.
I feel like we're going to just bust it out with, even though this is one of the first bit of news that popped off in this weekend, because I feel like we got a lot of big music news, just announcements on Friday.
Man, I feel like all the other news came from the biggest news.
Oh, my God. We ain't getting to that right now. We starting it off on Drake right now with this here. Drake announced a surprise album called Honestly Nevermind. And pretty much he just announced it on Thursday evening. Like, hey, bet, look, Friday I'm going to be hitting y'all with the album.
Like 12 midnight.
I mean, his announcement was like middle of the day, though.
No, but I'm saying, like, it wasn't like I announced it's dropping tomorrow or the day after. It's dropping in, 12 hours?
Like, I mean, that's normally how they do it when they drop the surprise albums like that. But yeah, I feel like it was dope. And listening to the album, I feel like this is definitely... Because it's not what Drake do, like it's a dance album. Fuck it, it's a dance album.
Yeah,
I feel like he did it the right way. He should have announced it as a surprise album because I don't think it would have got the streams or attention as it would have if he didn't put it out there as like, oh, it's a dance album. Like if it just would have been like, oh, I'm Drake and I'm dropping a full-on album, and you expecting like, oh, Drake, whatever, or he would have dropped some singles. That would have messed up the energy and vibe coming into it instead of just getting the full.
And it's a full piece. Like a lot of the songs on it transitions together, so you don't really want to drop singles on there, except for the last one. I didn't feel like the 21 Savage one match at all. But
that was straight hip hop. That was the only hip hop song on there.
I know that Drake was like if you don't get it, it's cool. And I was one of the people that were like, honestly, never mind. You could have kept it until today. And then like the first 4 songs, I was just like, ugh, Drake. Like I wanted that old Drake, that practice Drake back. And then the 5th song started, and I was like, this is it. This is it. This is it.
But yeah, man. So like, I ain't gonna lie. Like now for me, it still ain't just my like joint when I'm thinking of it, but I can definitely mess with the vibe. Like the vibe's definitely there. He like definitely coming through with it. I mean, you know, like, cause sometimes you just want to hit your different things. In my mind, like I told you, like what it really hit me on or reminded me was not hitting the same kind of energy, but the same idea of like when Kanye hit the 808s and Heartbreaks, when you hit with like, you know, just kind of switching up, changing the game. Like folks like what you doing when they come out. But then later on, it's like, oh, okay, for sure. And I know I've seen a lot of people talking about like, oh, you know, this for certain kind of people. I ain't gonna lie. When I listen to it, I feel like that's the type of, if you a hood nigga like, or you a hood person like myself,
nice
you
try.
ain't never listened to no dance album. That's your first time listening to a dance album. And that was for sure my first time checking out dance music like that. If I'd have heard dance music, I'd have like heard it, but I ain't listened to no whole song. And now I just listen to a whole album.
It was good. I liked it.
With it on Apple, Drake broke the most streams in a first day for sales on a dance album. And he did it in the first hour. So first dance album ain't that went that big. But I mean, dance ain't as big a genre as hip hop or something like that. So it's dope, man. Look, like I said, I don't know how many times I'm gonna listen to the album. I'm gonna try to get some more checks out. But it definitely have its moments. But you know, I ain't a dance music person, so you know, it definitely was a thing. Staying on my Louisiana shit, you hear me? Let's get into Kevin. Kevin Gates dropped the album this past weekend.
It's whiny nigga season. That's what this is. Whiny, like even though Drake's album was fire, like it was whining about this girl. And you know what? So was Khaza. Just wham. Bitch, I'm a baby.
Like I said, that's yours. Like I said, I'm an artist, so I don't speak on artists too much like that. I ain't gonna. I told you, I ain't gonna get into that. Like, I mean, I feel like I like both of the albums. I like everything that dropped that I done listen to, but I don't speak on artists too much like that. Cause look, man, I make my art. Look, y'all can speak on how y'all want to. I'm gonna just say what I rock with on it. I'm not saying it's
horrible, but it's definitely like the way men talk about women just be crooning and whining. It was a whole bunch of wham. I'm a rapper, but I'm on here singing and whining about some female.
I mean, dude, and I get it. Feelings.
You should sing and whine about Dreka. I mean, I was singing and whine about Dreka. Dreka, fine.
I guess.
Fine.
But yeah, man. So pretty much with it, like with him, like I said, Kaz was on there. It definitely was a lot of Dreka. It was a lot of Dreka. It was a lot of Dreka references
and singing. He sung the whole album.
It was a decent amount of I was expecting a bit more rapping Gates on it, album. But it was a decent amount of singing. Like I said, I still feel like it was a good album. You know, he definitely had to drop that Thinking With My Dick on there as the last album. I just thinking. It's like a dance joint. It ain't so much my vibe. Like it's a good song, but like even when it came out, like way back in the gap, like when Stranger Than Fiction came out. As an album, like if you're a Gates fan, you know you might actually know about this song, like for real, like that. Okay, but yeah,
that's my song.
I feel you. That's my song. So like that was definitely like a little vibe, like back then. I feel like it was a nice project put together. I again have to give us a couple more listens. But
yeah, you can't base stuff. A lot of times with Drake and Kevin, like I'm not gonna. Like I can give you like a rough opinion, but I definitely need like 2, 3, 4 more listens.
Yeah, I'm gonna for sure try to give him some more runs though. But like I said, it was definitely some vibes. The dance joint is just a different thing for me. And I mean, people speaking on what they got going on. So like I said, that's why it's probably you heard a lot of. But you know why all this
happened though, right?
Man, ain't nobody.
You know why all of these drops are happening. You know why everyone is in a frenzy. You know why everyone acting up.
I don't know why I brought you on here. This is I should just have you on here for this one moment here.
You want to introduce it or?
Man, look, ain't nobody got time for you with all this extra stuff. Man, Beyonce announced that she
coming back July 29th. She's coming back. We have had the desert. It has been empty. It has been black. She gave us little droplets of this and that, but she's coming back with the whole album. And that's why everybody's in a frenzy. Kevin, where were you? Oh, you got an album? It's half done, mid. Drake, where are you? Oh, you got an album? Mid. You know why? They're running scared. They're scared because she's coming back. It's the queen.
Man, if you don't calm your ass back down somewhere.
I'm sorry.
Look, man, on gas. Look, shout out to them other artists. Everybody, you ain't gotta back off because nobody else dropped nothing. Like I feel like Beyonce. Them don't relate. Like
you really genuinely think that? Wait, you genuinely think they don't relate at all?
Kevin had his drop date for a long time. You are getting
half-ass albums, and you're gonna continue getting them for the next 40 days until it come out.
Yeah, this is just super fan shit.
Days left.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, artists been had drop dates. Just like how somebody felt like when Drake decided to drop his album. Like it was a dude who dropped his album who was like, "Oh shit, Drake, why you gonna drop your album the same day I had mine?" People have dates already set up. No,
I'm not negating. Like some people have dropped dates.
Ain't nobody trying to hear all this Beyonce fan shit. But the people that
are dropping this mid is okay, so you're telling me, okay, fine. There is no correlation. It could be no correlation whatsoever to all of the random surprises of albums and the fact that all of these surprises happen after Beyonce randomly surprised and says, Act 1. Act 1, by the way, means there are probably going to be 4 acts. 4 is her favorite number. I'm ready. But all of this.
Bring it back. Like, bring it back. Ain't
I'm
nobody
just
got
saying,
time
you
for
know
all
who I
this
am.
super
You know who I
Beyonce
am.
fan.
You brought me on here for a reason.
Bring it back. Oh my gosh, man. Look, so Beyonce got her shit coming. I feel what you're saying, but you gotta look at it. Kevin Ben had that date. Drake, I'm pretty sure already was gonna make his announcements already. Him and Beyonce ain't just running together like, oh, if you do something, I'm gonna do something.
No,
I feel like
but
the only
you don't
time
want
you're
to
gonna see
share
something
the
with that.
spotlight. It's like if I don't want to share the spotlight with Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson was dropping Thriller and I'm dropping my first brand new project, I don't want to do that on the same day.
That only match the people who dropping around. Like, I'm pretty sure it was some people who gonna move their dates who are actually dropping when Beyonce dropped. Like, dropping today don't got, like, dropping this Friday that just happened. That's just
you want to drop in advance to give it time to, no, because you don't want.
You just saying this shit as a fan.
You're discrediting how I feel.
Oh. Okay, I ain't got time for that. Man, look, let's just talk about Beyonce. Beyonce dropped an announcement that she about to come out with an album. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, first she cleared out her Instagram. She emptied it. Everything's gone. Pictures, everything was gone. And that's how we knew something's happening, right? And then when you went on Beyonce.com, it said, sorry, this page isn't real. That was before she let us know. That happened first. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Man, I ain't paying. I ain't no crazy. I ain't in the Beyhive, you hear me? But
he's in the Beyhive because I'm in the Beyhive.
All right, so I listened to Beyonce. I listened to LaMDA. It was a good ass album. So what I noticed with it, like once I got a chance seeing it on Instagram, whatever, that Beyonce was dropping the album after like that long ass hiatus she had, because you know she dropped LaMDA. Really, LaMDA her last album, because you can announce like that Black is King stuff, but like that's more like combination, like compilation. You
I feel like that was more of a visual album. It was more for.
But I mean, it wasn't just her to me. Like that was the biggest thing. It was her. Like she could not be on some of them songs. If you ain't on every song, that ain't your album to me. Unless you got like stuff like what Kendrick or like what Drake did before when he had Kendrick on, or like Kendrick how he had a song with just Kodak or just his cousin.
I get what
Baby
you're saying.
King.
This is
this is the first real Beyonce.
Like we
Beyonce,
all
Beyonce
have
album.
been on a very much so hiatus.
Okay, but I'm not a Beyonce. I'm not a Beyhive person. I ain't. Other people been dropping dope ass albums in the meantime.
No, I mean a Beyhive.
Yeah.
Hiatus.
So yeah, it's definitely been that right there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I look forward to listening to it. I mean, Beyonce definitely make dope music. So for sure, plan to check it out.
It's time to get information.
But like one of the big things I people was like just the influence Beyonce had over like music in general, or just over buyers. So like with her announcement, she had the little kind of packs or whatever that y'all can buy.
Yeah.
And like to me that was like crazy. Just the fact is looking at it, it's just like I'm like, okay, you see the first one, like, all right, bet. Then I scroll to the next one. Oh, this is the same shit. And the fact that these people going crazy and like the sales, I'm pretty sure the sales numbers is like up there with these unknown ass packs, spending $40 on something you don't know what it is and you won't find out.
You do know that you get the CD, a custom box, a custom t-shirt, a custom poster. You get the CD stuff inside, but there's 4 packs, right? And each pack has a different custom box, shirt, and poster. And so there's 4 box. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I obviously you got your reasons as to why you spent money on this unknown product.
I bought box 4 because 4 is her favorite number, but I'm still really considering, after trolling through Twitter, to buy the other 3.
Yeah, nothing like spending $120 on unknown products. But yeah,
you
man,
get
like I
a
say,
different pose. Each shirt is different.
Yeah, but like I say, shout out to her because I think it's dope. Like just like people like her, Rihanna, stuff like that. Just on the fact that they can kind of move the buying industry like that, like off the strength of their name, people gonna spend money. So like, there's a lot of artists who like doing some stuff, but they couldn't sell products the way like Beyonce, like how Ivy Park is. Like everybody couldn't have a brand deal selling clothes like how she got. Like, you know, people got brand deals and got stuff they sell, but like Ivy Park is like a legit. It's a different kind of level. You know what I mean? Like they're more mainstream kind of stuff. So I feel like it's dope everything Beyonce had going down. Shout out to her.
Shout out to you, B. And if you want to put tickets inside of our boxes, box 4, please do.
I don't think she's just giving away tickets for $40.
Or discount codes. You don't have to give me the ticket. You can give me a discount code.
I might slide something like that.
Please do. And Beyonce, if you're watching this, I love you so much.
Okay. But yeah, man. We're going to go ahead and get close to wrapping this joint up. This has been a long episode, y'all. We're going to talk about staying on Beyonce right now and jamming joint this week. is gonna be something like one of my favorite joints from the last LaMDA album, and it was All Night. You feel me?
I love that song.
That's Beyonce, All Night. It was the outro song on there. I ain't finna sing it. I almost was, but yeah, that part right there, you feel me? So, man, that's a joint. I definitely want y'all to check it out. In the meantime, before that Renaissance, before Beyonce hit y'all with that Renaissance next month, make sure y'all go and check out that All Night, Run That Lemonade. I know y'all Beyhive fans already, like, as soon as it came out, let me go listen back. So, I'm pretty sure y'all
gotta
listen
go through everything.
So, yeah, like, for sure that, make sure, like, y'all play it another time just for me, hit the jams and joint all night long, man. It's just all night, but all night. All night long. Nah, yeah. I was finna go, but I wasn't finna.
I saw you.
I feel like you was finna try to go with me. Nah. Nope.
Okay.
And one more announcement for y'all ass before I dip out of here, you hear me?
The most important announcement.
This motherfucking Friday. It's been a little minute since I dropped something new. You know, I dropped a little joint before I started my old podcast version. But we coming back with this shit here. 2017, new song by me. Ayo, you feel me?
Ayo!
You feel me? 2017 dropping on this Friday, man. Look, I definitely hope y'all fucking with it. It's a little vibe, and it's something I did a way back,
songs.
but that bitch a vibe. So you know, it's definitely speaking on it. It's real shit, man.
Can I sing it?
I'm still the nigga I started as.
I'm still the nigga I started as. I'm still.
Hold on. You can't run it with too much. Can't run it too much. I want y'all to listen to it.
It's
so
fire.
On Friday, man, look. Make sure y'all save it. You can go pre-order. You can do whatever you want to. Make sure y'all stream that stream that 2017 AO, man. Look, it's going to be running on your streaming services on Friday, man. It's that June 24th, so definitely check that out, man. On that note, man, it ain't really too much. We finna go ahead and dip out, man. It's been a long-ass podcast. We over on time. Look, man, you already know it's your boy AO, man. I got my girl Killa here with me on this episode. Hopefully we'll have some guests come through on the podcast in the future. And look, you already know what it is, man. It's a Stick to the Code podcast. I don't care what it is, man, whether it's tech, culture. Everybody got different codes. Just make sure you know what your code is and you stick to it, man. It's a Stick to the Code podcast. We out.